it's Reija, and welcome to another Top 5 Wednesday. This week's topic is future classics. And I was thinking, what makes a classic? For me, classic is a book that has survived the author's death. Like, after the author's death, the book still merits analysis and merits discussion, is generally well perceived as a literary juggernaut. And I'll show you a few that I think will be future classics now. First up, I think that George R.R. Martin's The Song of Ice and Fire series will definitely be a future classic. It is, I think, already a modern classic, but I generally think that even after Martin has passed away, hopefully after many years, this series will be held in high regard, will merit a lot of analysis, and yeah, I just really love these books, and I know many other people love them as well, and I know that they will be well loved and well regarded in the future as well. Next up is The American Gods by Neil Gaiman. Full disclosure here, I have not actually finished this book yet. I have recently started it and I already am so in love with the writing style. This story is about a young man called Shadow who has been recently released from prison, and his wife has died before he was released. And it takes a look at the American landscape, both social and political, and it has so far been a very marvelous read. I really think that this book will garner a lot of discussion in the future, especially considering now that the American political landscape is what it is. Next up, I want to talk about The Purge by Sofi Oksanen. This book is a very visceral take on the Soviet occupation of Estonia, and it follows two female characters. The other is a survivor of sex trafficking, and the other has been through really awful things in the past during the World War and etc. And this book is not for all. It is very hard to read. It is so violent, it almost makes you sick to read it. But that's part of the reason what makes it so good, because it doesn't sugarcoat the things that happened during that time. It is already in Finland considered a must-read book. I generally don't like other books by Sofi Oksanen, but I really like The Purge. I can't say I enjoyed it, because I don't think no one can enjoy reading The Purge, but it really opens you up to another culture, another time period, and really makes you think about the horrible things that happened in Estonia, especially considering that Estonia is like a 2-hour boat ride away from Finland. So it's amazing how much people have been able to close their eyes to the horrible things happening just across the sea. Next up is the Harry Potter series. Now, I have previously mentioned how I thought Harry Potter has betrayed me, and I have also mentioned how I think J.K. Rowling has been George Lucas in her series. But that said, if J.K. Rowling manages to come through the other side, I think Harry Potter will still be relevant even after decades, because it was such a popular series. It ignited a love of reading in so many children, and the books merit a lot of analysis. They are not without problems, and I actually think that the cultural zeitgeist behind them, what with Pottermore and the films themselves, also merits analysis and discussion that actually help these books become classics. And last up, I had to go to my manga shelf, because honestly I think I don't read that many books that I would honestly consider becoming classics. So I will mention Fullmetal Alchemist by Hiromu Arakawa. This series is so good, so marvelous, and it has so much going on for it considering social, political, historical context and themes. I think that it will be held in very high regard in the future as it is now, and it will definitely be a manga classic for the ages. And those were my picks for future classics. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!